Alright guys, in today's video we're going to be replacing the stereo in this 91 Honda Accord. It'll be the same for 90 through 93. CB7s and CB9s. Now in this video, all I'm going to be showing you is how to remove the stereo. Then I'll make another one on how to put in the stereo. Now depending on what type of bracket setup you buy, the install is going to be a little bit different from each individual one. So they're not always going to be the same, so make sure that you read the instructions. Because just because I make the video doesn't mean it's going to work the same for you. But it's going to be the same general idea. But for right now, we're going to start with removing the stereo out of this car. Alright, so the first thing we're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a little more working room right here. So I took the car and dropped it down into first gear, moved the shifter out of the way here. And then I'm just going to push down on the tab here. And we're going to go ahead and remove this ashtray. Then you're going to want a right angle screwdriver, something real small that you can get up underneath here with. There's two Phillips head screws right here, and then there's also one located all the way in the back. So we're also going to want ourselves a longer screwdriver so we can reach down into the back here. So let's go ahead and get these three screws out and go from there. Alright, screw number 2 is out. So now we'll take our longer screwdriver here, go straight in the back. We'll get the one that's in the back. You'll be able to see these. There's only 3 screws that are connected to this bracket, so you'll be able to find them real easy. Alright, that screws out. Alright, and this will pull right out. Now there is this light right here. There you go. Try to make it where you guys can see it. This light right here slides right here on top for the ashtray, and it had popped out a long time ago. So while I'm in here, I'll be able to pop this back into place. They just simply go in to take them off. You go clockwise, and to put them back on, you go counterclockwise. Really simple. All right, now that we got those out of the way, make sure you take your screws and put them in a place where you're not going to lose them, because, well, it's kind of a pain, especially when they drop in back here. They're hard to get to. Alright, now make sure you take your screws and put them in a place where you're not going to lose them. Now that we got that bracket out of the way, we're going to need an 8mm socket. Alright, now the best way to get to this guy is with a long socket. Get you a pair of needle nose. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this, put this under here. I can grab a hold of this with the pliers. And I can keep the tension on it, because once those bolts start spinning, there's not much room under there, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. So if you can get a right angle screwdriver that has the knob on it that you turn like a ratchet, that would be the best thing to use for this, but I don't have one of those. So sometimes you just got to do with what you got. So this is a good little hack that you can use if you don't have one of those. Alright, now that we got those 2 bolts loosened up, we're going to push up here on the pocket a little bit, and on the stereo at the same time. Alright, there we go. Just pull right out on it. Alright, now there's 2 little screws down at the bottom. Now we can reach them, because we don't want to take them off inside of there, because they'll fall down and you're going to lose them. When you're doing this, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But now I can get to them with my hand, and you're going to want to finish taking those off to be able to finish sliding the stereo out. Now, to give us a little bit more room, right here on the side here, this little pocket is held on by 2 screws. We're going to take those off real quick, and that'll give us a little bit more room to work around with this. All right. Now we got that down. We can safely pull out the antenna cable. And then the clip for the harness itself. Alright, now that we got that stereo out of the way, now we can go ahead and start putting in our new one. Let me give you guys a little bit better close-up of what it looks like in here. Alright, here we go, guys. Now we got, this is our wiring harness right here. And then right here is our antenna cable. Now that I'm in here, I have a lot more access to stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and finish taking the shroud off as well. Because I'm going to be changing out the LED lights and the instrument panel. I'm also going to be running some wires through here for my push button start. I'm going to be putting toggle switches in right underneath the new stereo and the pocket. I'm going to make a special bracket for it. Alright guys, so there you have it. We got the stereo out of the car. So now we can go ahead and start putting in the new one. And that'll be in a later video. Because like I said, I got some other things coming up that I'll be working on with the car, so I'm going to need that area open for the time being. That's why this is going to be a 2-part series on this. Again, please hit that like button, guys, and the subscribe button if you're new here. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. All the subscribers that I do have, you guys are amazing, and I thank you very much. So stay tuned for more videos coming soon.